I had a client I was talking today, and it turns out that all of her emails are going into spam. So let's talk about this. I'm Michelle. I'm a mom of four, and I help moms make 5K per month online, working only 2 hours a day. And today, we're going to talk how to make a kick-ass welcome sequence. So let's dive in. First, we're going to start with the 5 stages of awareness, because the email sequence that we have you do is going to use these 5 stages of awareness to bring people to making a sale at the end of the sequence. If you're a mom that's trying to grow your business, check out the description below. I have a link to a free community that I have where I will also have the templates for these email sequences as well. Let's take a look here because I want to go over exactly how to use this. Keep in mind, when you're opting people into an email sequence, generally speaking, you have some sort of a freebie to give them. You offer the freebie, they opt in for that freebie by sending you their email. Then through the email, you send them the actual freebie and then opt them into the email sequence. So here's how it works. The first one is going to be a welcome email, and that's going to be giving them the lead magnet that they opted in for. The next email is going to be the 0 to hero template, which is where you're going to talk about how you went from where they're at now to where they want to be. Then what you're going to do is start to go through the 5 stages of awareness. The first one is going to be problem aware. So if we go back to check out the 5 stages of awareness, let's do a quick recap on what this is exactly. So we're going to start off with the problem aware. These are people that know that they have a problem to solve. So the first stage we're going to really focus on, these are people that are problem aware. And we know they're problem aware because they've opted in for a freebie that theoretically would help them with their problem. They're actively searching for solutions to the problem. They know they have a problem, but they don't know how to actually fix it. So they see your freebie and they say, wow, maybe that will help me. Let me opt in for it. It's free, super low friction. All I have to do is give them my email. Then we have solution aware. Solution aware is they know that there's a solution to their problem. They know that there's a way to fix this, but they don't know any specific products to solve it. And so maybe at this point, they're aware of different solutions, but they don't know exactly which route to go or what to invest in to help them in their specific business. The next one is product aware. These are people, they know your product exists, but they aren't aware of all that it does, or they're not convinced how well it will do either. Then there's most aware. This is someone that they know your product, they know what it does, and they just haven't gotten around to purchasing it yet. If we take all of that information and go right back into here, we have the welcome email, which delivers on the freebie. This gets them into that problem aware state because they already have a problem. They're aware they have a problem. They saw your ad or they saw your content or whatever. They opted into your freebie to find a solution to their problem. Then you're going to tell your story, which helps them get a little bit of an understanding of who you are and why you might be the one to help them. Then you're going to give them a problem aware email template. So this is going to make the reader aware of problems that your offer can fix, what their life will look like if that problem persists, and what their life can look like if this problem went away. The next one is a solution aware email. This is going to let the reader know that this is the best solution on the market for them. Then a product aware email. This is going to let the reader know that your product is better than the competing products out there in either results or price. And if your price is higher, you have to justify that price increase. So these emails will be short and sweet. Then we have a social proof email. This one is going to be thinking about the fact that people don't just buy products, they buy transformations. So you're going to share your readers 2 or 3 transformations that are possible with your product or service. And in this one, you're going to ideally include images as well to show before and afters or any sort of compelling evidence that everything that you're explaining to them is true, and it's true because of you, not necessarily because of the solution, but because you helped this person get there with that solution. And then you're going to go straight into the hard pitch, which is basically, hey, if you're still trying to get to this end result, here's how we can help you and all the different benefits, and let's go ahead and book a call, or here's the link to make your purchase. When you're thinking of emails, you also want to think about email segmentation, which means that part of the email process is figuring out who's opening these emails and who's the warmest of the leads that you're getting. Those warm leads should also be opted into a warm high engagement sequence after this. So the welcome sequence is a way to get people to engage with your emails, which gives your emails better deliverability. This is why in the welcome email, we also prompt them to send us some sort of an email back that just indicates that they got it and that they're happy to see all of this cool stuff. Then we have all these other emails, which are really designed to get them to just open them, really enjoy the emails, and make sure that they're actually opening as many things as possible. And at the end of the email sequence, the idea is that the people who open the most emails get put into a high engagement category where they get more regular emails. People who didn't open anything should go straight into an unopened or inactive type of sequence, which would eventually try to reactivate these people periodically. Then you should also have like a mid engagement. Maybe they opened up 1 or 2 emails, but not a lot. In that case, you might want to take those people and do a weekly email or or a bi-weekly newsletter, something like that, that just kind of keeps them in the loop of things, but isn't so much that it's killing your email deliverability. Keep in mind, the most important part of every single email is going to be the subject line. When you're doing your subject lines, you also want to make sure that they're less than 40 characters, because that's what's to show up in the email subjects on these emails. So when you're writing your email subject lines, you want to think of things like, is this going to get flagged by the email providers? There are certain tools that you can find that will help you check those different things and make sure that the types of things that you're writing up are not going to get flagged as spam by the email providers. Typically, anything that says like sale or deal or some things like that tend to get spammed or put into the spam folder. And so ideally what you're going to want to do is do something a little bit more casual, as if you're just emailing a friend. That will help ensure that it actually shows up in someone's email. If you have an email address that's already been flagged as spam, you have a couple different options. One, you can either restart your email campaign, or you can try to redevelop it by putting it through different systems that will basically open up a lot of your emails. So that way it starts to tell the email providers that people are actually opening these emails, and therefore they're valuable and it will help them bump out of spam. It's not a guarantee, but it is something that could help. Now that we've done a quick rundown on the email sequence, if you want a copy of this template, go ahead and click the link in the description below.